Good morning, this is Mama Tree, and I am talking for a few minutes about this systems thinking learning journey that I spontaneously launched on my Instagram. I think I started about a week ago. It's not too late to jump in and read along, follow along with curiosity, or if you want to, dive in and participate, that's fine too. If you're aware of this systems thinking learning journey at all, it's probably because you might be curious about systems thinking, systems mapping, the theory of multiple intelligences. You may have a neurodivergent brain which is constantly pinging and connecting dots and seeing the big picture, and then you can zoom in on the details. And if that's true, you're a natural systems thinker. Everyone can learn systems thinking. We are surrounded by the most amazing and beautiful, complex systems of all times, and that's, within the biosphere. Nature is the ultimate system, and it's practically perfect when it comes to functionality, balance, correction, outputs, beauty. I just don't want to minimize what nature is. So that's my goddess, but whatever. You can believe what you want about the universe, organize your cosmos to fit your personality type, your learning style, and your socioeconomic, cultural, geospatial location on the planet. Boom. Do you. Okay, so this is like probably the holy text, WH, holy text of systems thinking. This is the fifth discipline by Peter Senge. Peter Senge comes to us from the MIT Sloan School of Business. Think what you want about Ivy League. MIT is my favoritist of all. I got to walk around there once. They had these dorms that were like chrome and they were dripping. And because they let some of the students design the architecture, it was just like, whoa. Go there, walk around, get a burrito at that little place. Anyway, okay, so the fifth discipline has, that's probably 2001 when I ran into this. And my head just went because I felt like this guy had the same type of brain as me, but he was further along in working out some of the ways to accommodate a brain like that in a society that doesn't want to accommodate fast, chaotic, nonlinear creativity. And so I'm like, okay, so why is this such a big deal? Well, you heard the idea of archetypes, like from psychologist Carl Jung and from people like Carolyn Myss, who wrote The Anatomy of the Spirit. The concept of archetypes everywhere. You can double click that with anyone. I'm not going to do all that now, but this book gives us a set of, 9 or 10 archetypal patterns that are found in every system. Because what we know from chaos theory, and I have books I'll show later, what we know from chaos theory is that all systems are universal and self-similar. They all exhibit a sensitive dependence on initial conditions. So if that's true, then systems thinking is a way for us to understand some of the basic components of any system. And then once we understand how those archetypes work in every system, then we start to have the ability to sense, understand, perceive, and think in more systemic ways, which gives us the chance to solve a problem at a level higher than where it was created, which kind of is a little pointing back to a famous Einstein quote that I can't quote right now because, whatever. So I just encourage you to find this book at a library or find a used copy or, whatever you need to do, and learn some of what these universal patterns are that are found in every system. Because when you understand what's happening in racism, you can extrapolate and understand and interpret classism, sexism, all the isms that lead to chasms. So, for example, I could just go on for weeks and weeks and weeks about why the entire planet has to have a systems perspective to solve any of these wicked problems that we find ourselves tangled in today. So, thank you if you've been hanging out, if you're on the fence, whatever, just prioritize your self-care, your needs. You don't have to understand. You don't have to feel good on the entire journey. If you stick with it, there will be all kinds of highs and lows and things to grind against, and times when you're not sure, and times when you really get it, and times when you're crashing down because you're dismantling and unlearning old garbage to make space for new insight. Hey, I love you guys. Peace be with us all on the journey.